This is a machine built by Singaporeans for Singapore.
It's the first time that I'm really engaged with a community campaign on this scale. It's quite a humbling experience.
It is the science behind it, and it is months of work with all the quality control. That's the assurance that we are bringing to the people from this project.
BKC is a common ingredient in a lot of sanitizers. They are non-alcohol, non-toxic, non-flammable, biodegradable, and it doesn't dry hands. So these are some of the important properties over here.
My name is Jeffrey Tong. I'm Manager of Programs and Partnerships at Temasek Foundation. One of the main things that we needed to address at the start of COVID-19 was really to make sure that everyone in Singapore could continue to practice good hand hygiene. We needed to find a more efficient way to distribute items to the general population and to have a more contactless experience. So the idea of using vending machines came up, and to design a specific vending machine that can mix and dispense sanitizer into reusable bottles. So we are at a community center. Right now we have 4 machines over here. All of them are ready for the campaign to start on the 12th April, Monday. So every machine is connected to a water source. The water source is essential because each machine itself is a mini factory, so it mixes and dispenses the sanitizer. And this water source is tested by Temasek Life Sciences laboratories before we install the machines.
These are the water samples from different CCs. There were around 109 of them. So once we get the water sample, we need it to test for pH, for presence of any compound which is suspended, and color and odor. These are the hand sanitizer samples which have come from 300 vending machines from across the island from each of the CCs. So what we are going to do here is to check the quality of this hand sanitizer before it goes for dispensing and use by public. So the active ingredient in this hand sanitizer is benzyl albumin. There have been studies which are done on COVID virus, and the ingredient BKC is able to kill 99.9% of the germs.
This whole journey started last year. There was the peak of COVID, where we started with wanting to solve the problem of people rushing to get masks. So from there, we moved on to sanitizer. Looking in the market, looking outside, we had to build a machine from scratch, and we had to tap on our experience from various machines that we know to make this as seamless as possible. So this is how the machine looks from the inside. Of course, there's a water source that comes in, and this is the concentrate tank, right? And then of course this is a vapor dispenser. And then when you come to over here, there's also a marking here, so that when you actually place a bottle, you know how to aim. The nozzle, so these are the features of the machine. And also, we also want to make this machine a bit simple for volunteers, is that there are indicators to indicate if there are any error code. When it comes to the nationwide distribution, there's much stress involved because of the expectations from Singaporeans and everyone else. We need to think 2 steps ahead to also ensure that we are not caught in a situation where we have to firefight. Physical well-being, emotional well-being, of course, that's impacted. But when we look back, every household, every individual will have a mask, a sanitizer. That actually keep me motivated.
We just did another last check of the machines earlier, and then they were all ready to go.
So there's an overflow because one of the sensors wasn't working. So what we did is that we just turned off the water source, and then we're actually repairing the sensor. From there, we'll be able to troubleshoot already. Probably take about less than 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's adjusting the sensors. We didn't use any additional parts. It's just some adjustment. Okay.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Have a nice day.
I feel that with patience and with all the taking precautions and perseverance, we should be able to push back this pandemic and come back to normal life as soon as possible.
Without our partners' involvement, we will not be able to carry out this campaign on such a large scale. Many might ask, like, why are we doing this for a second time? I think really it's because we want everyone to be safe, and no one is safe until everyone is safe. So we really want people to continue to practice good hand hygiene, and this is really part of the efforts, and we see residents also appreciating that.